everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I figured that I would do a look inspired by EDC because it's coming up in a couple of weeks, and I purchased this cute little bob of lavender fun, so it inspired me to do something that was more artistic and fun. So if you want to know how to get a less dramatic look and then a dramatic look, just keep watching. So first off, I'm going to use the MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly. I use this as my eyeshadow base. I've used it for years now, so I really love it. But we're just going to put that over your entire eyelid here. And then I'm going to take from the Tartlette Toasted palette, which is this guy here. I'm obsessed with it, and I'm going to take the shade S'more. I always try to put a color that is almost the same color as my skin, just so that we have that extra room for blending, and it's basically translucent if you think of it in that sense. We almost want like as much buildup as we can, just because the more shadow is on there, the easier it will blend it'll blend out your darker shades. And I'm being pretty generous with this. So I had got this from a friend. It is a MAC little mini palette here. It's really cute packaging, and then it's got all cool shaded purples and violets. So I'm going to be using this today just because we are going to do a fun festival look. So we're going to start with the lightest shade, which is a cream color, but it also has a little bit of a hint of pink in it. So that will kind of tie everything together. So I'm going to take this MAC brush. I don't know what it is anymore. It's just a dense little fluffy guy here, right here, the lightest shade. And then I'm just going to pack that all on the inside of my eyelid here, a little bit above the crease, and then do the same thing to the other side. I decided I'm going to pull it all the way over because that's going to be just good for blending, which is what I just mentioned. And you don't have to be perfect because everything's going to get blended out and blown out. And then I'm going to go in with this color here. On the back it has the names, but it's just like a list. It doesn't show which color is which. So I'm going to go in with this matte light purple on the same brush, and I'm just going to put this on the very center of my eyes and pull it outwards. On that color. And I'm not very concerned about fallout because I'll just go in and clean that up. I just really want to focus on getting enough pigment on there. Okay, and then I'm going to take a Tarte fluffy brush here and I'm going to just buff that out. Okay, and then I'm going to take this MAC color, and this is a Triple Haze. It is also sort of a neutral, cool color, so I'm going to put that more on the outside. I feel like I like the, it's weird because I feel like the pigment in the little palette there isn't as, it's not like as pigmented. Wow, that's crazy. But I've heard that, like if you buy like limited edition and it's like they're cheaper in the palette, then sometimes the quality isn't as good. I don't know if that's true, but... Now I'm going to take the Makeup Forever shadow, and this is in this shade Diamond Shadow, but oh, what is up with all my makeup not having names on it? This is a shimmery purple here, and this is from Makeup Forever. I've had this shadow for a really long time, so the name rubbed off, or it wasn't printed on there. It's really weird, but I'm going to take the same brush and put it on the outside there as well. And now I'm going to take this shade again from this palette, but I'm going to use the darkest shade, which is right here. Put that just on the outside. This is almost like a blue purple. God, we're getting some action now. And then I'm going to blend it out with the fluffy brush with no product. And then I'm going to do some liquid liner. I'm probably going to do this off camera, but I'm going to do a pretty dramatic liquid liner. So wish me luck. So I threw on a winged liner, as you can see, and I put on some black mascara, just anything will do because we're going to apply false lashes. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner here. It's this iridescent, moonstone, gorgeous, oh my gosh, I haven't used it. It's in the shade Distortion, but we're going to use this shade for the first time today. And these glitter liners are seriously so easy to use. Like, I was kind of intimidated when I first got them, but it's not hard at all. So we're gonna go ahead and just put this a little bit above the crease, just to add a little bit extra, because I'm extra. I'm annoying is what I am. Start here in the inner corner. I'm just lightly adding it to where I want it, and then I'll build up once I've got basically like my blueprint on my eye. Who says that? Now I'm gonna build up again. In the meantime, I'm going to prime my face, and with that, with it being a festival, you want your makeup to stay. So this is the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer. I am in love with this primer. I've been using it probably for at least 5 years. I've gone through a bunch of these, but it is just this little twist up guy here, as you can see. And the way that you use this is you do part of your face. Like, I'll do my cheek here first, and I don't want it to dry really quick, so I put my foundation immediately on once I do that, and I'll do the same thing in different sections of my face. Ah, it just fell out! Ah! Gee. Get back in here. So before I put the primer on, I'm going to go ahead and just take my metal palette here that I use for my foundation, and I'm already going to have that pumped out, ready to go. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. I'm in the shade Light 43. This foundation will stay on you night and day. I always use the combo of the Stay Flawless primer with the Kat Von D because your makeup will not move, like whether it's going to a show or you're going out on a date or that type of thing. This is the way to go. That way you're ensured that your makeup's going to be bomb if you're doing something fun. Okay, let me zoom you out since we're going to be working on the face now. Ooh. Get it together, Karen. Usually I use a beauty blender sponge to apply my foundation, but since it is festival makeup and I would be doing lots of stuff, I'm going to put it on with a flat top kabuki, which is by Morphe. This is the M439. So like I mentioned before, I'm just going to do a section with, ooh, old baby didn't want to move. Like that section, take a little bit of foundation and work that in. There we are. Moving to the chin, upper lip, nose. This foundation is heavy. I mean, if you're someone who doesn't like a cake face, do not get this. But if you do, like me, I forgot my primer. With this brush, you want to just be stippling, because if you drag, you're going to get really streaky. So now, finally, for the forehead. I'm going to use my concealers. Colourpop No Filter Concealer. And this is in the shade Fair 5. Woo! Almost dropped it. And then I have my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, which is in the shade Whiteout. So I mix these two, and then I'm going to take my primers right under my eyes. Just do one at a time, and then I'm going to take my Eco Tools Beauty Sponge here. And it is damp, and I'm just going to do some stippling. Oh man, I just covered up my wing! Why? Oh my god. Why? Why did I have to do that? That's okay. I shall fix it later. And then I'm going to take this Morphe brush. It is the B85. It is just this rounded flat brush. And then I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Translucent Powder. And I'm going to take that on my brush, place it under the eye. Then I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Matte Powder. And I'm in the shade Fair 01. I'm just going to pat that in. Okay, I'm going to just take this tiny little flat brush here. I'm going to go back in with S'more, that color that matches my skin tone, just to have an extra buffer underneath my eyes. And since we are going to a festival, we want dramatic, which is kind of fun because then you get to really play with different types of looks and styles, which is pretty inspiring to me. I've like gone to a couple rigs, but never have gone to EDC, which I have friends that are like obsessed. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush again and just blend that out. Creme de Violet, which is Matte Cosmetics. But again, you can be kind of messy because we're just gonna buff it out. I'm gonna have to redo both liners, or at least touch them up, I should say. Okay, back in with the MAC shade in Purple Haze. And I'm going to keep the darker colors closer to the outside here, kind of like I did on top. And then I'm going to go back in with the Makeup Forever shadow that we used. And now we're going to go back in with the darker shade from the MAC palette, the bluish violet. Eyebrow time! Eyebrow times this time. Eyebrow times this time. Okay, things are starting to look better. So that's good. This pair will do. This is Red Cherry Lashes. It is the number 102 Chakra, which I like. That's good. I'm gonna put on my lashes off camera. As you can see, these lashes are definitely on the dramatic side, but they have really nice wispies on the ends, which I love, like the more fluffy, like natural look for fake lashes, so that is good. We're gonna do contouring. I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. It is a medium color brown, which is really great for all skin tones. So I will be going in with my NARS Flat Top Kabuki. It is a great brush just to carve out that contour. So I'm gonna go in. Oh, it smells like Nesquik. I used to love that shit as a kid. So I'm going from the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth. Obviously you want more color towards the ear and bring it in once there's less product on. And then I'm gonna go ahead and contour my forehead. Gosh, that's such a pet peeve of mine. Once you wash brushes, then they start shedding the first couple times you use them, it's like, oy, cramping my style. And then I'm gonna go in and buff it out with my Morphe G3, which is a really dense blending brush. And I'm just gonna blend upwards. Since it is a festival look, I'm going to actually go in with the MAC shade Embark, which is this one here. It's a very deep, dark, brownish purple. And I want to add that into my contour. I will do that sometimes when I do certain looks. I kind of try to tie everything together by using a dark shade that's in the same family. And I will put it right here. See the difference? So I'm just gonna do that on my cheeks. It just really sets you apart. When I did a soiree, the theme was Beetlejuice and I was key makeup. And a little trick that I did, I put in the contouring, I put black and I sort of blended it out. And I also will do like gray or a shade like here, just to kind of give it that enhanced look and elevate the look a little bit without it like screaming at you that you have like violet in your contour or gray, you know, but it just kind of really bumps up the look, I think. And now I'm going to go in with the NYX Pink the Town. It's a matte, like rosy coral. So I wanted to do that just so it wasn't so overpowering, but it did give me a little bit more color. So I'm just going to add that to the top of my contour here. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy blending brush yet again. Okay, and now for highlight, which is my fave. I'm going to go in with the MAC Pigment Color Powder, which is in the shade Vanilla. This is like my ride or die product. It looks so good on every skin tone, and it can be so dramatic if you want. So I'm going to take a Toni & Guy brush that's just this flat one here. I am going to spray my brush with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And then I'm going to press some of that powder into the brush and then spray it again. By spraying it, it really maximizes the highlightness. I'm going to just put this here on the cheekbone, and on this side I need to get more product. And I love to freaking glow like a disco ball. So blow me up. Let's do some extra glowing today, because it's one of my favorite things to do. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Illuminating in the shade Luminous. It is this gorgeous highlight, but it has like more, not shimmer, it has like actual glitter in it. So I kind of like using it as a topper on just the cheek highlight here. As you can see, it really emphasizes that highlight there. So I love that so much. A little bit on your Cupid's bow. And then I'm also just going to let it set a little bit and then buff it out. So I'm going to add some black mascara to my bottom lashes. We're going to go in with, I got a little sample and I absolutely love this. It is the Urban Decay Perversion. That was it. Who can name that? Who can name that? I'd like to see. Time for lipstick. I'm gonna put on my wig first because that will help me decide lipstick. I purchased this wig and I figured that this would be the perfect one to go to EDC in, or rave, or a festival, just because it's super tousled. We've got our straight ends, which I love doing that with kind of messy beach waves. Let's do a lip that is going to be a little bit, I don't want to say basic, but it's not so dramatic because I'm initially doing this. I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Haze 1, I think. It's after Jessica Haze, and she really inspires me, so it's awesome to be able... I got my hands on her limited edition set. I wanted to create something that isn't very intense, because I feel like there's a lot of girls out there, or guys, that don't want to go with the full drama of it, but it's still an elevated look. So I think that this is an awesome starting point. So, I got lipstick on my teeth. Cute. That's so cute! So I'm gonna go ahead and build a more dramatic look. I kind of wanted to do something that you were going in the daytime and then transitioned into night, or if you just ended up like bringing glitter or something with you, you could just add to this and it will still look awesome and put together. That being said, I have some iridescent, this is In Your Dreams Iridescent Mermaid glitter, which is so pretty. And I have my Too Faced glitter glue. If you don't have this, eyelash glue works great. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some glitter in my inner corners. So I'm going to put some glue on my finger, put that all in the middle, and kind of pat it to where there's enough glue, but it's not like gooey, you know? Oh, hell yeah. I actually kind of like just the one eye. Is that weird? But you could literally, that was so easy, and look at how cool it looks. I like it with just one eye. So I decided to add a little bit of glitter iridescence on my inner corners and made it go all the way up to my brows, as you can see. And then I went in with Kat Von D Thunderstruck shadow and just put a little bit of that on my lips, just like this. And that's it. This is an awesome product because you can really enhance any lip color you want with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be seeing you soon. Ooh, my back hurts. My fucking back hurts. What's the deal? Just kidding, because it's every day. Okay. I'm so distracted today. Like, what the hell? What does hell? It's like, what? Why are you like this? Whoop. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, what? This is Layla. She's 14 now. She's my dog. I've had her since 5th grade, so that tells you how old I am. Well, yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, you. Aww, sweet loving licks. Oh, love you. Whoa. Oh, good little man. He's like a little doggy. That's so cool. How do I look, baby? Oh my god. Like, why? Where do I even think of shit like that? Why? How? I just... Oh my god. Sometimes I just question myself.